High on a hill overlooking the town of Bramblewood stood Blackthorn Asylum, a place steeped in dark history and untold horrors. It had been abandoned for decades, yet tales of its haunted halls persisted. Locals whispered of strange lights flickering in the windows and ghostly figures roaming the grounds at night. One stormy evening, a group of friends, Ethan, Sarah, Liam, and Mia, decided to investigate the asylum. Armed with flashlights and a sense of bravado, they made their way through the overgrown path leading to the front entrance. The massive iron gates groaned as they pushed them open, sending a chill down their spines. The interior of Blackthorn Asylum was even more foreboding. The air was thick with the scent of mildew and decay, and the walls were covered in peeling paint and ominous graffiti. The group ventured deeper into the building, their flashlights casting eerie shadows that seemed to move on their own. As they explored, they stumbled upon the old patient records room. Dusty files and yellowed papers were strewn about, detailing the lives of the asylum's unfortunate inhabitants. Among the files, they found a journal belonging to a former nurse named Evelyn. It spoke of strange occurrences and unexplained disappearances. Culminating in the night, the asylum was abruptly abandoned. Suddenly, the sound of footsteps echoed down the corridor. The friends froze, their hearts pounding. The footsteps grew louder, accompanied by a faint whispering that seemed to come from all directions. Terrified, they decided to leave, but the asylum had other plans. Doors slammed shut, trapping them inside. The whispering grew louder, forming incomprehensible words that filled their minds with dread. Shadows danced on the walls, taking on grotesque shapes that seemed to reach out for them. Ethan tried to force the door open, but it was as if an invisible force held it shut. Mia screamed as she felt a cold hand brush against her arm. The others turned their flashlights towards her, but there was nothing there. Panic set in, and they ran through the maze-like hallways, desperate to find an exit. The asylum seemed to shift and change, leading them deeper into its haunted depths. In their frantic search, they stumbled upon the old operating theater. Rusty surgical tools lay scattered, and an oppressive sense of malevolence filled the room. Sarah's flashlight flickered and died, plunging them into darkness. The whispers grew deafening, and the friends huddled together, feeling the icy breath of unseen entities on their necks. Just when they thought they couldn't take any more, the whispers abruptly stopped. The silence was even more terrifying. They heard a creaking sound and turned to see a figure standing in the doorway. It was a woman in an old-fashioned nurse's uniform, her eyes empty and hollow. Evelyn's spirit had been trapped in the asylum, and now she sought to keep them there as well. With a final surge of adrenaline, they burst past the ghostly nurse and ran for their lives. They found a window that wasn't barred and smashed it open, scrambling out into the night. As they tumbled onto the grass, they looked back at the asylum. The windows were dark once more, and the whispers had ceased. Breathless and shaken, they vowed never to speak of what had happened inside Blackthorn Asylum. But they knew, deep down, that the haunted halls would always be waiting, ready to ensnare the next unwary soul who dared to enter.